6+ months is pretty much inevitable at this point. Cites his dad's health. What the fuck?
Like, I'm fucking fried. I'm totally fried. I do my best to be live every day and to, be as consistent as I can be. But like,
dude, this is the big issue with Asmongold's content is that he like goes so hard for so long until he runs the goddamn brakes off the trains.
Oh, I do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he goes live every day for
That's right.
6 to 8 hours.
That's right.
Every fucking day.
That's right.
And the problem is that would be fine if he was doing other things outside of content creation, but I know for a fact that he's fucking not.
I don't have time.
What he does when he ends the stream is most likely lay down in his cocoon on his bed and then go on the phone.
Yes.
But what I really feel, once again, obviously, I think it's a very good idea for Asmon, and this is not even my place to fucking say, but
didn't Tectone just say that Asmon has like a bunch of other companies that he works on, and that his work ethic is like insane? So it's not just content. Also, like, everybody deserves a break. You know what I mean? If he has to take a break for his dad, then why is he getting what?
I'm just saying this as gut reaction to seeing this for the first time. I feel like it's very good that he's willing to take time off for his dad, and God bless them both, and I hope they're all okay, and I hope Paul has a speedy recovery, and I hope he's all fine. But
it's appreciated.
Asmongold needs to understand that, like, even if his dad is fine, and I hope that he is, the rate that Asmongold is streaming and making content is not sustainable. Like, he's streaming so long, so much, every day.
I've had my dad tell me the same thing. And like other people tell me the same thing, that I do too much. And I ignore other parts of my life. This is very common criticism I get.
With like you guys gotta understand, okay? You're gonna say, oh, he's a streamer, who cares?
It's a matter of just time. That's it.
I'm going to tell you something that Asmongold will never tell you, and I mean this unironically. Asmongold says that he's humble, but he genuinely is a humble guy.
I like how he worded that. Asmongold is humble, but he genuinely is a humble guy. It should be, and he genuinely is a humble guy. Not but. And buts cancel anything you say before. Just a little nitpick. But I understand where he's coming from. I'm just playing.
Oh geez. I should have pre-watched this. All right, let's go.
Asmongold streams for 6 to 8 hours almost every single fucking day. This isn't like easy fucking retard content where I'm booting up Fortnite every day and grinding with 3 of my buddies. This is like talking about serious issues going on in the world, high stress content, dealing with every people like scum retards like Hassan, coming at him every single day, calling him a pedophile and accusing him of killing his own mother.
I forgot all about that.
It's a very stressful thing that Asmon does. It is.
Yeah.
From streamer to streamer, it's a very stressful thing. And what's more than that is then he also has to be on top of the 5 videos that get uploaded, 5 videos max, to his main channel, and the 5 videos max to his side channel that runs every day, where he has to stay on top of his editors. Okay? That's already a shit ton.
I'm lucky enough that my editors basically just do their own thing. Like, I very, very minimal oversight.
Now, I do know that Asmon's at least attempting to do 30 minutes of walks every day. And, oh my God, guys, I even heard he's actually drinking cups of water.
I do every day.
Jesus.
I do.
That's big.
I drink water.
But the other thing is, he's also running companies behind the scenes. He's
okay. So yeah. So this is the same video. So I think so I saw a clip of this, and this is just the full picture.
A lot of companies that he helps run, and I'm gonna mean this genuinely. And Asmongold will never tell you this. Asmongold works with idiots. He does. And what these people do is they say, Daddy Asmongold, what the fuck do we do? And then Asmongold tells them what to do, and then they do it. Now, there's a lot of people that can pretend that they're on the same level as Asmon in these meetings, but they're fucking not. Every meeting I've ever been a part of in my entirety of working with Asmon was, Asmon says what to do, and the other people fucking listen. And that's just how it goes. Now, I've never been in any leadership position alongside Asmon. Obviously, I am in a leadership position in another company, but it's not with Asmon. And we don't need to talk about that. It doesn't matter.
You know what, though? I think that says a lot about him. If it's not about just doing what he says, it's about him understanding that he's gotten results by doing things a certain way, and there's no need to question it. I think that's all that means when people just agree to what he says, because he's been doing this for so long. He understands the process. He gets the blueprint, right? So it's like, it doesn't make sense to really question him. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but don't beat a dead horse. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. If it's working, just keep doing it. I don't think that's a bad thing.
But that's every single thing that I've seen when I was in a leadership position and I was in a talent position. He says what to do, and then people fucking do it. And that is a very stressful thing. There's a lot of people that rely on Asmongold's word to do.
A bit of clarification. I never tell people what to do. I simply suggest what I think the best outcome is, and people choose to listen or not.
Which honestly is a great way to be a leader. That's even better. If you say, hey, I think maybe we should try it this way, or maybe we should do things this way, it's a lot more reciprocative. Like you're able to digest that a lot more than just to be like, no, we're gonna do this. Fuck everything else. This is what we're gonna do. This is the way we're doing it. No, people don't respond to shit that way. Especially today, people want their ideas heard. They want to feel valued. How do you do that? If the person at the top is suggesting something and leaving the floor open for comments, and nobody's commenting, then obviously you're doing something right, which says a lot about him as a leader, which I think it sounds pretty damn good. Good for him. Seriously, good for him.
And Tectone can confirm this. I don't tell anybody what to do. I simply say, this is what I think we should do. This is the right option to take.
Do anything, to operate for anything. And even when I was in a moment of stress, I immediately reached out to Asmon, and he provided me some clarity, of which I will never turn my back on him. I will never stab my back, or I will never stab his back, because what Asmon's done for me, I will remember for the rest of my life. Even if Asmongold hates me, I won't even care, because of how good this guy has been to me my entire life. I will always be grateful for how much that he has helped me. And I hope that I've helped him even 1% of how much he's helped me. I greatly appreciate this guy. I do. He's a good-ass dude, and that's why I constantly fuck over my own reputation by having this guy's back no matter what, which some people say is a horrible quality of mine, that I always have my friends back, but I do.
I do the same thing. Absolutely. I do. Yeah, I peels back. Like, yeah, that's it.
Even if you don't like me, if you've been good to me, I will always be good to you. Always.
Sure.
Let's keep going here. And by the way, I understand that Asmon feels this pressure to be live 24/7 because he feels like he's letting his community down if he's not. But I really...
I think so. And it's also like, I mean, for doing daily news, I think people really want to see it. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, he's right about that. I mean, in terms of like being in a leadership position, I don't really make as many decisions as I used to. Previously, I mean, again, I think that obviously all decisions are going to be a group effort. I don't like to take credit for decisions being made. Of course, sometimes that's what happens, but I just try to do my best to, play a role and help people know what to do, right? I mean, that's it. And so, yeah, it's that simple.
Feel like he can shorten the stream.
It's amazing too. So when I used to run student-led organizations back in college, it's amazing because when you would present people with the idea, or I was in a meeting or something, and I would be heading the meeting, and it would be like, if you guys have any ideas, I would greatly appreciate you speaking up. Nobody rarely spoke up. So that told me either A, I was doing my job, or B, people were just, nervous to voice their opinions for whatever reason. And I would have to reinforce the idea of, hey, I think, like, guys, speak up. Like, if you want your ideas heard, you need to speak up. And I think that more than anything tells an audience, it's like, okay, he's asking me to speak up. He's asking me to present ideas. Well, now I'm kind of nervous to present my ideas because I don't know if they're good or not, because, things are going pretty great. I don't want to sound stupid. And so I would have people come to me behind closed doors or after the meeting and say, hey, I think this could go a little differently this way. And I would always try my best to implement them as best as I could. Or we would have an open discussion about it. You know, it's important. Sometimes I didn't do things that, you know, people suggested. It's not that it was a bad idea, but also sometimes you just don't see the whole picture, you know? And so it's like, I appreciate the viewpoint that they're coming from, but collectively it didn't help the entire organization. You know, it happens. It doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It just, maybe it's just the wrong, maybe we tried it before, maybe it didn't work, or maybe, I remember a super specific situation where this happened. And, you know, there was people thought that there was some miscommunication. There was a miscommunication. And so we actually we implemented an idea, and I told the individual, I was like, okay, well, if you're going to implement this idea, this is going to be your idea. You're going to take accountability and credit for it. I'm not going to touch this because I know what I did, and I know that this is going to be the outcome because this has happened in the past. And what happened? It's exactly what I predicted. And then the person ended up wasting everybody's time. And that person really didn't question my decision making from then on, which I appreciated. But, you know, it was a learning moment. It wasn't a fuck you sort of moment. It was just like, hey, look, if this is your idea, take accountability for it. This is what you want to do. Okay, you can do that. Head the idea. This is your responsibility. But don't come to me and say, oh, it's your fault that you gave me the green light. It didn't work. No, I gave you all the power to make this work, and it failed. And there's nothing wrong with failing, but I warned you that this was going to happen. And that person, you know, I could tell was still pretty upset. I tried to console them and stuff. And hey, look, this shit happens. I'm not trying to embarrass you, but this is why I gave the recommendation that I did. And I appreciate you fighting back, but there's a reason. There's a reason I'm in the position that I'm in. It's because I've seen this before, you know? So it happens.
Just stream for 4 days a week for 6 hours.
I might have to.
Completely fine. Just have scheduled days off.
Yeah.
But this going live every single fucking day.
Yeah, I'm going to have 2 days tomorrow, next week that I'm going to have to take off. I just found that out yesterday.
Not sustainable. Okay, Asmon needs to get to a point in his life where he's ready to, because I know Asmon does want kids. I think it's time for him to find a woman that's.
Oh no! What did my dad pay?
I hate to be the guy who said it.
Oh jeez, my dad.
But I think it's time for Asmon to find a actual good woman this time.
Oh god.
Who actually likes him.
Real quick, every girl that I've dated, publicly, they're angels. They're great people. They're amazing people. It was not them. It was me. Everything was my fault. Nothing was their fault. Do not get mad at them. They were nice. There's nothing. It was all me. Okay.
And treats him well.
Pre-watch.
But obviously,
oh, man.
it's not my place to say. But from an outsider's perspective,
God.
I just feel he often says no mere mortal can live with Asmongold.
I do say that.
And it's true, unless you were to pick up your fucking house, or even better, move and get maids. All right, let's keep going here.
Man, it is getting really hard for me to do.
Every single fucking day, or at least I try to, is to keep people at least moderately informed on what's going on and have somebody to talk about current events with. But man,
sure.
As it goes on break, it's fucking boring as shit, bro. It is.
Because there's no drama. There's no drama. I'm not creating problems anymore. That's
no one will ever fill up his boots. No one.
No, I mean, I just stop dating content creators. My opinion.
I just like his attitude, like his sarcastic attitude, and people that are so detached from reality will take him serious, like that just don't know him at all or see his stuff. I just love Asmon's delivery on stuff is just funny to me. It's just funny. He might not be the most likable person in the world, but it's just like he's just a funny fucking dude. You know, does he have the most base takes sometimes? I don't know. I haven't watched him too much to know, but I've watched him enough to understand how he is as a person. He just seems like a funny fucking dude. He seems genuinely like a good dude too. Very straightforward, very very upfront.
I just don't want to.
Seems like a very nice guy.
It's been really bad, and I don't even want to, but I feel like life circumstances and what's been happening to me in my personal life I just don't see a way to. I don't see a way to do all of that and not fucking continue killing myself, right?
No, genuinely. Like, you understand everything that I just said that he did. Stream, manage 2 separate editing teams, upload 10 videos a day, run companies, be the figurehead of those companies every single time, because he just gets it. Try to do a little bit of exercise, take care of his health, and on top of all of the drama and all of the bullshit that gets slung his way, and his dad has cancer.
Yep.
Trust me, I know how hard it is to go live and deal with. I mean, trust me, guys. If there's anybody who understands having shit slung at you every single fucking day, you're looking.
I know people might not believe this, but I actually don't give a fuck about what people say about me. It doesn't matter. Like, I'll read a comment and I'll be like, okay, this is another comment that says I killed my mom. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, I don't even really think about it because it's just like, it's made by some idiot, right? And like, this person doesn't know me. Like, they don't know like what's going on. Like, why would I even think about this or give a fuck? I mean, I probably cared whenever I was younger, but I mean, in general, it's not that big of a deal.
Looking at the guy who's been getting more shit slung at him.
It's gonna wane you a little.
Viewer.
It's weird.
Like, you gotta
Sometimes
understand, per the amount of viewers that I have, the amount of mainstream appeal that people have towards me to shit on me every single day for things that I've never done. I think pound for pound, I am the streamer who gets the most shit. Pound for pound. The streamer who gets the most shit in this stream. It's insane.
Yeah, a lot of people hate Tectone for no reason.
It's literally psychotic.
People hate Tectone because that he's loud and bald. That's the reason why. It's not even about what he's saying. It's just about, it's not the message, it's the messenger. That's it. I know that because people react the same way to me in different ways.
My mental battle's been crazy. I'm like even getting like health debuffs. Like, I have brain fog every single fucking day. I'm not as eloquent as I
went through that for a while.
However, right now, I will say I had a kale smoothie this morning, and I feel as chipper as a squirrel.
The fuck is kale? That's that green nasty shit, right?
Chipper. I'm not sure.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on.
Regardless, I feel good right now, but I understand that Asmon has to deal with a lot of this bullshit. On top of that, he has family health issues, which are very rough to deal with. The other thing is,
also, I just want to throw this out there too. So a lot of people, they want to get big in streaming, and I think like they don't take the time to grow. And I was talking about this a little bit earlier when I was like, I pre-record videos in the morning to post on YouTube for like my streamer diary playlist and stuff. I was actually kind of talking about something similar to this morning, where a lot of streamers smaller streamers, they want to grow so fast, but they don't understand how to keep up with the mental battle that you go through when you grow an account. And I'm not saying that I'm dealing with this right now, but the more content that you put out, I have been noticing more and more like just weird, hateful comments, especially people that are commenting like, oh, this dude, wants to, trying to act out and become big and stuff like that. Yeah, you're going to get that stuff, and it's only going to get worse. You know what I mean? I've had this on accounts that I have now. I've had this on accounts, especially in the past, that have been a little bit bigger when I was, doing some other type of content on TikTok. But the reality is it only gets worse. And I think the more that you can just slow down and grow a solid audience of people to help keep you grounded and, like really understand who you are as a streamer, make that whole process a lot easier as you continue to grow. because then it doesn't feel like you're just constantly getting hate and backlash and stuff like that. Like, it happens to every streamer. It happens to every content creator. It happens to every influencer. It happens over the stupidest shit you wouldn't believe. But it all comes for you eventually, because people just want to find a reason to hate on you or downplay your success or whatever. Just like taking it in motions and like understanding that, you know, it's better to just build something over time. Really helps long term. But I totally get the mental battle with it. It sucks. I mean, constantly getting hate comments every fucking day. Like, I just don't think people are not inherently built to soak in that much hate a day. You know, like it's hard for your brain to digest.
Very serious.
I don't feel like continuing this line of rapport or line of dialogue, line of monologue, due to the fact that it's going to get very dark very quick. But obviously, everyone knows how much Asmongold loves his paw, and his paw is an amazing human being. Let's keep going here.
Sure. And so yeah, that's it. I don't know yet, but that's really 6 months.
Beef jerky on the fucking floor. It's a lot, bro. It really is. He should just stream 3 to 4 hours every day.
I might have to do
what?
that.
I think we should be more understanding of people who are having a little bit of issues online and personal issues in real life where they only stream 3 to 4 hours a day. You know what? You're right. We should encourage more streamers to stream 3 to 4 hours a day, especially when they're dealing with some shit behind the scenes. Sure. You know, I mean, I feel like that's a, you know, let's all say it together, guys. 3 hour stream. Wow, that's long. Wow, that's really long. That's really impressive. Brother is overworking. I have to do a little bit offline sometimes, guys. Every fucking day. Let's keep going.
And I don't go out.
I don't know if he's being serious, but when you're starting out, like, I stream 3 hours a day. 3 hours a day is 3 hours a day is pretty long to stay entertaining, to game, to do all that stuff, to keep your audience engaged. Like, I'm looking at stuff every morning to try to, you know, start off my stream. And like, I'm an hour and 45 minutes into my stream already. And I already know kind of like the direction the stream is going to go in. I know I could stream longer, but for smaller streamers, 3 to 4 hours a day is plenty. I would even argue it's a lot, just because of the climate today in streaming, where you have to constantly keep up with the demand of clips and YouTube videos and things like that. Like, 3 to 4 hours a day is a lot of stream time for small streamers. It's a lot, because we don't have the teams to help us get the content out. And I'm not saying that as like a crutch or complaining about that. You have to make do with what you have, and I absolutely do. And one person can get a lot of content out every single day. I push out 3 to 6 videos daily across 2 YouTube channels: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, 6 platforms, 3 to 6 videos. You know, like, that's what, 24, it's anywhere from 20 to 24 impressions a day that I'm, you know, base minimum that I'm making a day per platform. Like, you can do a lot as one person. These big streamers, they have the time to stream because they have the teams to help them stream longer and then cut up their content for them. I'm spending hours cutting up and editing my content, and I would love to be able to sit here and edit them and do more and be a little bit more in depth with my edits, but I understand the game and I don't have time to do that. You know, excuse me. And a lot of small streamers, 99.99999% of them don't, because they don't have the team or the resources to help them do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't try to get the content out. I'm just saying you're not going to be able to get it out in the capacity like a lot of these bigger guys are.
Do anything, and it's every single day. Ooh. And so make a third channel is wild.
I feel
and so it's just like, yeah,
I mean, always.
I don't know.
Nothing special.
But that's pretty much where I'm at. I just want to let you guys know, you know, that's something I have been considering. I haven't made a decision on it, and I don't want to do it. But sometimes I feel like, especially when I have days like I did yesterday, it's almost like
I remember
inevitable.
that was a bad day.
Yeah, that is. I know it's for the best, but man, that is fucking rough. I feel like the best thing for everybody to do is obviously just be supportive, because obviously Asmon has a lot of shit going on right now. But man, 6 months without Asmon, that is fucking miserable.
I don't know what I'm gonna do
yet.
yet.
That is fucking miserable.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think we all agree. We just want what's best for the guy, and we don't want the guy to f himself. That's
No, I really appreciate it from Tectone. I really do. I'll link you guys to video, etc. You know, it's not something I'm entirely decided on, but I felt in a place that, you know, I'm kind of,
I think what's okay. So here's the thing about streaming too. What a lot of people what they don't see. You want to know what I started noticing real early with all these streams is if you go to your favorite streamer and look how many tabs they have open. And you tell me how many tabs they have open at a time in their browser. This is what I mean when people like want to come on stream and do this and think that it's all willy-nilly. These streamers are going online before they hit their stream every day, looking at the top stories, looking at the relevant stories, getting them teed up, probably making notes, probably making mental notes on what they should be talking about and how they should be commentating and all this stuff. I do the same thing. I learned this very early on, and I'm still very early on in my career, but you start to understand just how much time gets put into these streams off stream to be able to make the stream enjoyable or entertaining or watchable. You know what I mean? Like it takes time. I'm not saying it's the most difficult thing in the world, but you have to give streamers a little bit more credit where it's due on researching stories and finding relevant news and things to talk about, and you know, understanding, is this going to be a good thing to talk about, to clip, to put in a YouTube video? Like, you constantly have a million thoughts running through your mind at all times, and it's can be pretty draining, you know.
Like I'm being pulled in a lot of different directions, right? And that's really it. And I genuinely wish you could meet somebody like my wife. She's a compulsive cleaner and perfectly counters all my messy tendencies. Yeah, I mean, look, if that would be great, but the thing is that, you know, I'm me. That's a big problem. But anyway, so yeah, stretch then, take care of yourself. Yeah, no doubt. And anyway, I don't know necessarily. I do really appreciate Tectone saying that and being positive and everything. Why am I not subscribed to Tectone? What the fuck? Yeah, anyway, yeah, I'll link you guys a video too. Dude's offering his wife cuck fantasy. He's not offering, that's not what he's saying at all. You don't have to be weird. Yeah, don't be weird. What is this? Finally, I can focus on my life instead of watching you 24/7? Yeah, I don't know. Are you a generous reveler? I try to be a nice guy. Yeah, of course, I try to be positive. I'm always positive. Would you say you spend too much time with stream-related content prep besides the time you spend live? No, I usually prep for stream for like an hour where I plan out what I'm going to do, and then after that, I just kind of go. And that was it. And so
that's what you should do. That's exactly what I do. Take a good hour to plan out what you want to do before your stream, and you're ahead of 99. I mean, like, you're ahead of. Hold on, I just want to play this back real quick. Because this is. I want to play this back real quick because this is very important.
He's saying it all. You don't have to be weird. Yeah, don't be weird. What is this? Finally, I can focus on my life instead of watching you 24/7? Yeah, I don't know. Are you a generous reveler? I try to be a nice guy. Yeah, of course, I try to be positive. I'm always positive. Would you say you spend too much time with stream-related content prep besides the time you spend live? No, I usually prep for stream for like an hour where I plan out what I'm going to do, and then after that, I just kind of go. And that was...
That's okay. You are ahead of 99% of streamers if you do that. Take 30 minutes to an hour to plan out what you want to do before your stream, and I guarantee you your stream is going to go a lot better. You might, even if you don't get the average views that you're expecting or the views that you want, you can still log off stream knowing, okay, I had a plan. There's some sort of roadmap that I can work off of for future streams. Even if it didn't work as well as I wanted today, it doesn't mean it doesn't work, but at least I have some sort of plan to propel me forward. You are ahead of 99% of streamers if you do this. I do it every morning before my stream, and it works.
That was it. And so, yeah, taking 2 days off, making one of them a YouTube upload day for an in-person video. Maybe, I don't know. Do a Ludwig opinion. Well, you know, everybody does some stuff, and that's the way it is with some people, right? And, yeah, I don't know, guys. But anyway, I just, can we haggle for 3 months? Well, I have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, for me, like, there's a lot of fatigue that kind of sets in, and I can kind of talk, I'll talk about it for like just a minute, but then I do want to move on because there's like just other things I want to do today. There's a degree of fatigue that I have because like I was a caretaker for my mom from ages 23 to 31. And now I'm 35 and I have to help my dad with a bunch of stuff too. And I'm going to have to help him a lot more, right? It's not like, you know, when you're 78, it's, I mean, like, I hope that he will get better, but in getting better, he will also age over time as well, which will require more help from me. That's the way it is. That's just that's just the way it fucking is. But in getting better, he will also age over time as well, which will require more help from me. That's the way it is. That's just that's just the way it fucking is. And so
Yeah. No, I think he makes some valid points. I think he makes some valid points.
it's hard to manage everything. It is, and especially whenever you know, like I'm here in Texas, and you know we're gonna be going back to Florida probably, you know, hopefully in a few months, and you know I'll be able to go back and forth. Taking 2 days off, making one of them a YouTube upload day for an in-person video. Maybe, I don't know. Do a Ludwig opinion. Well, you know, everybody does some stuff, and that's the way it is with some people, right? And yeah, I don't know, guys. But anyway, I just, can we haggle for 3 months? Well, I have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, for me, like, there's a lot of fatigue that kind of sets in, and I can kind of talk, I'll talk about it for like just a minute, but then I do want to move on because there's like just other things I want to do today. There's a degree of fatigue that I have because like I was a caretaker for my mom from ages 23 to 31. And now I'm 35 and I have to help my dad with a bunch of stuff too. And I'm going to have to help him a lot more, right? It's not like, you know, when you're 78, it's, I mean, like, I hope that he will get better, but in getting better, he will also age over time as well, which will require more help from me. That's the way it is. That's just that's just the way it fucking.
Yeah, and like that's, you know, like this is something that streamers again don't understand is like real life hits, you know. Like it's great if you want to make a career out of this, that's great, but there is going to become a time when you eventually have to step away for an extended period of time for some reason, and you have to be prepared for that. And you have to prepare your audience for that too, right? Like, because it's not just you, because he has editing teams that he's going to be out for 6 months, like helping his, you know, 3 to 6 months, he said, helping his parent, helping his dad that, you know, he's dealing with all this stuff. You got to do what you got to do. And props to him. Good for him for being there for his family. I think that says a lot about him. But like, you got to take ownership, and your audience, hopefully they understand that day, when that day comes, that, you know, they'll still be there when you come back. It's never guaranteed, but it's important to speak on that early, like he's doing now, to just be like, hey guys, I care about the audience and like keeping this thing going like I want to. I know nothing's guaranteed, but I have to do what's responsible. I have to do what's best for me, for my family. I need you guys to respect that. I think it's very admirable. So good for him.
It is. And so it's